Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Woke Wednesdays. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do this every single Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm really excited because we have an amazing guest on the show. Give me a quick minute while I pin our topic.
Pin it up, pin it up.
Pin it. Miss Jodine, the famous Miss Jodine.
I'm not famous, you guys.
You want to tell people who you are, what you do?
Hi guys, my name is Jodine, also known as Jodine B. I just started a YouTube channel, which is actually kind of weird. Person was just telling me how it's kind of weird because I'm shy in person, but on camera I'm like, hi, my name is Jodine. But yeah, I started a YouTube channel, and I guess I'm gonna jump into the topic, kind of.
Yeah, we can jump into it real quick. Okay. She's an amazing person. Please make sure to follow her. Almost 1,000 subscribers on YouTube already, and you just started this.
Yeah, I did.
Doing really cool stuff. Potential community services projects coming up in the future. Yeah. Super excited to talk about that. But like I said, tonight is Woke Wednesdays. Feel free to ask questions, post comments. Do this every single Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
You are?
I am.
So let's talk about it. Menstruation. Do y'all? Well,
okay, well, this is how I was going to
Go ahead. You got this. You got this.
I made a video on my channel about tips of how to avoid cramps while you're on your menstrual cycle. And hers hit me up like, yo, this is a dope topic. Like, you want to talk about this on Woke Wednesdays? I'm like, you want to talk about your menstrual cycle on your Woke Wednesday? But I was just like, sure, why not? And so that's why we're here, and that's why we're talking about it.
Absolutely. So do you remember the first one of the first memories that you had about getting your period?
I've never told this story before.
Oh, well, I'm
take
honored.
A sip.
Oh. Yeah, I hope wherever you are, you're sipping on some wine. If you have something a little stronger, I wish I was there with you. So tell us.
Okay.
Some of the first memories. And please feel free to share your memories as well with us.
Yes. Talk to us. Okay. I've never done a live before, so I'm literally just watching the comments.
I got the comments right here.
Cool.
Yeah. So what are your first memories?
Okay. Oh, God. Okay. So I was transitioning between 5th to 6th grade, and I was in this, like, I guess, bridging program from elementary school to middle school. And I remember, this might get a little graphic.
It's okay. Yeah, okay. It's okay. Yeah.
I remember when my period came, it didn't hurt. It was just like, I didn't know it as blood. It didn't look red. It was kind of dark. So I was just like, what is this? But I was scared to tell my mom because my mom has never, I'm Haitian. My mom is from Haiti. My dad is from Haiti. So we never had that conversation of, oh, your period's going to come soon because you're 13 or 12. I don't remember. 12
so you were at school?
I was at school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my phone is going off.
Yeah.
And so for a couple of days, I didn't tell my parents. I would just go to school, no pad on, no anything, and I'm just like, oh, maybe, because I'm like, oh, my mom's gonna think I'm dirty or something. Wow. I didn't know at all. I had no idea until one day my mom was in the bathroom with me, and she's like, Jodine, your period. You have your period. And I'm like, what? What do I have? My period. And yeah.
Wow. So
I had no idea.
So you get your period.
Yes.
It didn't hurt.
It didn't
but
hurt.
You said the blood it just didn't look red.
Yeah.
And you went a couple of days.
Yes, and I was trying to figure out, like, and women, it's like it's a flow of tissue. Your uterine lining, your uterus lining, your endometrium is shedding. So I'm like, why is it so much? Why is it so much fluid coming out of me? I'm like trying to hold it, but I can't hold it. I had no idea. I'm like this, trying to squeeze every part of my body, trying to like keep it from flowing, but I'm like, it wasn't.
Did you ever ask your mom, like maybe later, like why didn't you talk to me about this before?
No. I'm sure it's because she probably didn't think I needed the conversation. My mom died when she was very young, so she probably didn't get the conversation. But it's something that I would have with my child.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this happened. So what happened afterwards? And please feel free. Like, do any of y'all have any stories? Maybe similar. I remember my sister. She would get her period, and like my mom never talked about it. I don't know if they ever had a conversation. But I remember her just cramping up really, really, really bad.
Couldn't walk. Time. Oh, okay, yeah.
The first couple, she couldn't walk. She missed school. It was horrible. Like, I'd never seen her in so much pain. So this wasn't part of your experience at first.
My first
The first one.
Yeah, my first time. But I am one of those girls. When I'm on my period, I am on my period. I throw up. For the first day, I throw up. I can't eat. I can't drink. I can't get up out the bed. I remember the first time that it hit me hard. My mom didn't even know what to do with me. It was until my aunt came and she gave me pills, and like, you know, the pain subdued. But I went through it. I go through it.
So we were talking a little bit about this before the show started, about ibuprofen and Tylenol.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you want to educate us a little bit?
Okay. A little science lesson. Okay. So what happens during your period, like I said before, your uterus lining, also known as your endometrium, it thickens. Okay. Your body is constantly trying to become prepared to get pregnant. They're always trying to get a baby in there. And for me, I'm not trying to have a baby, but for other people, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like a span of 28 days. Oh my God, my phone's going off. It's a span of 28 days, and when the sperm doesn't hit the egg, that's when your endometrium sheds. And what happens is throughout that time where it's preparing, the lining is thickening, it's you're accumulating a lot of these hormone-like lipid substances that causes contractions, and like it causes inflammation and pain. So I was actually talking to my cousin. She's a doctor, and I was telling her I'm going to be on this Woke Wednesday show, and I was like, I don't know, you know, what do you think I should say? And she was like, tell people to take ibuprofen instead of Tylenols, because ibuprofens are anti-inflammatories. They're pills, you know, to prevent inflammation. So
ibuprofen, take ibuprofen instead
and
of
not
Tylenol. So one thing that you talked about on your episode, right, on YouTube, was you were really kind of stressing or emphasizing the point that, like, send the video to your dads, to your brothers, to your cousins.
Right.
So what has been your kind of experience with men and their kind of knowledge or lack thereof regarding menstruation?
So in my household, my father and my brothers are very sympathetic, because they see me go through the pain. I'm not lying.
You're the only daughter?
I'm the only girl in the house, except my mom, like, you know, other than my mom. But they see me go through the same. They see me throwing up. So I mean, when I was younger, my brothers, my dad, they would switch turns, like, you know, helping me. So I would have somebody holding my hand, and then they would switch, and it was that bad.
Wow.
To the point where my mom even considered putting me on birth control, like I was telling you earlier.
But that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Yeah.
So what were some of the reasons that you're kind of against birth control for you specifically?
I've just heard horror stories. Like I know that there's a lot of people that they take birth control and they have no period, and I know people that went on birth control to control their period, and it just expanded it for, like, I've heard, like, oh, I had my period for a month straight, and because of the birth control. And typically your period is supposed to be 3 to 5 days, sometimes 6, depends on the person, you know what I'm saying? So a month, that's pretty.
So we have a pretty cool question, and if you're just joining us, so now we're talking about menstruation.
Oh, this is cool.
Talking about menstruation, kind of the experiences of it, and also Jodine is going to be telling us some tips and tricks that she uses, and she talked about this on her episode on YouTube, so please feel free to check that out. So let's talk about this. Here's a question for you from Almi. Can you talk to realistic representations of menstruation in the media and advertising? So can you talk to realistic representations of menstruation in the media and advertising?
So we're talking about the Tampax Pearl commercials with the girls jumping and just doing these crazy
like flips and
twirls
twirls
and stuff,
and
like
yeah.
So that's what we're talking about.
I guess so. Please let us know. I mean, it's kind of in the commercials, at least the ones I've seen. It seems like, hey,
it's easy.
Yeah, you wear this and cool, you're good to go.
Even a caveman can do it. I mean,
AK blue water as blood. Oh, I haven't seen that commercial.
Yeah, me either. Blue water. As
oh, you're talking about when like the when the pad, like when they put blue water in the pad.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Someone said interesting topic choice. Yep, we're here to educate. And I'm definitely learning. more guys need to know about this too. So I really encourage the fellas to watch this tonight. So what do you think about the way periods are kind of represented in the media? Because I'd never thought about that until just now.
Okay, how many women are in the?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I've heard. Well,
and please feel free to also provide us insight. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of times when I see commercials of like for Always and things like that, they're exercising, they're doing things that I don't do while I'm on my period. When I'm on my period, I'm in my bed, I'm eating ice cream, I'm doing this and avoiding the gym and avoiding this and avoiding that, because honestly, is it really realistic to be working out if your flow is so heavy that you have to change your pad every 2 hours, or your tampon, or XYZ? Is that what you mean?
So she's saying that some companies are now using red dye. I think I guess companies were using
blue
dye to kind of,
but water,
taking away from how realistic a period looks like, what a period looks like.
Okay.
Maybe.
But I feel like even companies using water as a substitute for, what is essentially tissues coming out of our body. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I've never had one.
Oh yeah, that's true. What do you guys think? The use of water as opposed to something.
Let's see. Here we have a question. They are often the butt of the joke, or like a punchline, but in a nasty way. Oh, okay. So they're saying that kind of the blue water or this is kind of like the butt of the joke. So in a way, maybe like condescending towards the experience of having a period.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe these commercials were also part of it. And this is interesting though, right? Because periods tend to kind of be a kind of taboo topic amongst people.
Yeah.
I know
it happens every month, you guys. Like, this is not once a year. It's every month, And when people call, I call off sick because I'm on my period. It's legit. I'm on my this is real life. This is something that I go through. Other women go through, and okay. Some women have it. More intense than others, but
yeah, go ahead. I'll read the question. Yeah.
But
so here we have a question. Yeah. Using any color water does not represent the consistency of the blood.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But personally, it does not bother me the way they use it.
And
I think part of this kind of goes against this kind of taboo, especially with men. Mm-hmm. So if we see something that resembles more what a period flow would look like, they'd be like, "Oh, that's nasty."
I don't want to watch that.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And but this is part of men not understanding that this is a very real thing, right? And so the purpose, kind of like the purpose of this show, right? So Iris is saying, I just concentrate on getting over the period.
She said what?
She just concentrates on getting over the period.
I do too, girl. I think it's a mind over matter thing sometimes. When I take pills and I wait for it to kick in, I'm like, you can get over it. You can get over it. You can get over it. And I get that.
Yeah. So what about Midol? Does that work?
Honestly, I've never used Midol.
No.
Have you guys used Midol?
I just the only reason I know about it is through the commercial.
Let me see. Midol should. Let's see.
So part of this experience too is just kind of trying to also kind of educate, right? It's kind of the purpose of the show. So in your episode, but real quick, we got to go back to the last question that I was asking. How important do you think it is for men to be educated on this?
Very. You have moms, you have sisters, you have girlfriends, you have wives. I feel like that's something that we both don't have in common. So, and men don't go through a monthly battle as women do, and when we have our menstrual cycles. So it's something that you can. Because when I tell people that I'm on my period, like men, and like if I were to tell my brother that I'm on my period, I wouldn't want him to say, just get over it, or, just shrug it off, because it's very intense. It could be very intense.
Have you ever had anyone tell you that?
No, because I have pretty intense periods. Like, they already know. They already know what's up. Mm-hmm.
So, Wendy's saying, when I'm on my period, I eat a lot. I crave a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I guess, is that maybe something that's common with other people too?
Yes, I've heard that before. But honestly, when I when I have my period on my first day, I can't eat much because if I eat, I'll throw it up.
Really?
Yes.
And this is every month that you'll be. So it's not like every once in a while you'll throw up, but this is like a thing that happens.
Most months, if I don't prepare for it. Like in my video, I talk about preparing for my period. So drinking ginger tea a week before. A lot of times, I like to be prepared for the battle. So I have period apps. I don't too much keep up with, but I know people use period apps to track their period when it's coming. But my body tells me when my period is coming. I get like pre-cramps and I feel like way down. I'm like, oh, my period's coming because this, or I'll get a bump and I'm like, oh, my period's coming.
Oh, like a pimple?
Like a pimple.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that was okay.
Yeah,
I only say I think this point passed, but periods have been seen as quote unquote gross. So advertisement feed this by cleaning up the look. I guess it's the blue water.
The blue water, yeah.
So what do you think? Like as a woman who lives this experience, right? Do you think that maybe advertisement should be more real about this? So
honestly, the blue water doesn't faze me. I feel like somebody had said in there, more of the consistency, because when they're basically when they're using these water, they're trying to compare which pad or a tampon can soak up more, product without leaking.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we're talking about our period, let's be realistic about it. Let's have something that's comparable to what period looks like, I guess.
Now, with guy friends, have you felt that this is kind of like a taboo topic to talk about?
No,
they're pretty cool about it.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, if you have to be like tiptoeing around your friends about something that comes natural that you've been having since 11, 12, then change your friends, sis. Next.
Yikes. All right. So my internet is whacked too, but to many stream devices, but some women say there's a decrease in cramps with organic products and reusables.
I actually talked about that in my video. You was talking about that.
Yeah, so tell us about it.
Apparently there's no chemicals in these organic tampons and pads, so I guess.
Have you used them?
No, I actually haven't.
No?
I haven't. But there was a talk on my Twitter timeline about it, and women were saying how drastic and different that their experiences are using organic pads and tampons versus those with chemicals for fragrance and preserving X, Y, and Z. So
now, what are some of this might be a graphic question, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
The kind of the differences between a pad
and a tampon. Wow, that is, my God, this is the question that men ask. Can you believe it? Okay. So, a pad.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So
I know they look different. I know, but
a pad is this. So you have to stick it in you.
Okay. Yeah.
So all you see is the string.
Mhm.
And a tampon.
Oh, there's a string.
Yeah, you have to pull it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but okay. Sorry, I'm highly ignorant. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. All right. So
you don't. Yeah. And a tampon, I would say, is this. And
it's a pad, right?
Yeah, I mean a pad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A pad is this, where you're not pulling it out of you. It's not inserted inside the vagina. You're literally sitting on it.
Is that uncomfortable?
No.
Really?
No, it's not. It's not.
You both? They're just both comfortable?
Yeah, I don't wear tampons that often. I actually have a friend that had a tampon in, and she went to sleep and had it in for too long, and ever since then she's been UTI prone.
What's that?
Tract infection.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she lose it? Like she pulled it out.
Yeah, no, definitely she pulled it out,
okay.
But I mean, it was like a couple of hours, like a nice amount of hours. You're supposed to be changing them out every 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, I believe.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I don't wear tampons like that.
All right, so we got some questions here. Historically, periods have been considered as nasty. I think there are remnants of that today. It's not as taboo, but still. Mm-hmm. How does ovulation and menstruation work?
Ovulating. I know that in ovulation, that's when you're more prone to get pregnant. Yeah. Menstruation is when that layer of that layer.
The lining of the uterus.
The lining of the uterus. I'm sorry. It sheds, so it's coming out, and that egg is coming out. basically, right?
I don't know.
Ovulation is when you're getting prepared to have that baby, and menstruation is when you're letting go of that egg.
So we got hot not so like when I get rich, definitely investing in menstrual pain remedy.
Yes, you're gonna make so much money.
Iris is saying pad versus tampon and
Any
Audi versus
yes.
People are making fun of my poker face. I hate that we are not educated about our own bodies, birth control, and hormones coerced by the OBGYN. Does it inform you about your cycle and how it works? So here's a question. Like sex ed in school. Do you remember like ever learning about this?
Did I even have sex ed?
I don't remember learning about this.
You had sex ed?
Yeah, where they put the condom on the banana. Yeah, I just don't remember learning about this, honestly.
I don't remember having sex ed, guys. Which is crazy.
So that's something else.
Yeah.
That's something else for another day. So, on your video, right? So we stressed that guys need to be learning about this because clearly, like, a lot of us just don't know.
Yeah. It's not your fault though. If you don't have to deal with it, if I didn't have to deal with it, I would be like, I don't care. But
yeah, I can see that. But I guess we should be more informed on this.
Right.
I get it, right? But we should also kind of be more informed on this.
Right.
So people are saying sex ed was in health class. We learned about it in 7th grade. Someone said I never had sex ed. Oh wow. So
right.
Somebody else.
Okay.
So what are some of the tips that you kind of gave on your YouTube episode?
Okay, so I said to know when your period is coming on. It's like a better. I compared your period to, what did I say?
You said terrorists shooting at your uterus.
Yes, terrorists shooting at your uterus. And how do you prepare for battles? You know that they're coming. So get the apps, and you'll have more time to. He's filling up my wine glass.
Like I
You'll
said.
have more time to prepare. What I do is I drink ginger tea like a week before my period starts. It's something that my mom.
So you can feel it coming up, or you already know it's coming up.
My body starts to ache. I don't want to say I get moody, but I get like drowsy. I'm like, my period's coming. Does that happen to you guys?
Whitty just said Jodine give you a bunch of
wow, Jodine
emojis. So ginger tea. A week before with ginger tea. Okay, so that helps.
Yes.
So what's another tip?
Heating pads. Yes, heating pad. Think about it. Like when you get muscle cramps, what do? You put.
I cry. Yeah.
You put heating pads on it because think about it's being contracted, so heat relaxes the muscle. So heating pads.
So like you put it like.
Heck yeah! You put it right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For how long?
Until I want to take it off.
Oh wow.
And if you don't have a heating pad, you can always get a rag and put it in some hot water. But
put it in the microwave?
Yeah. Put it. Yeah. No, actually, I would put like a bowl of water in the microwave and dip it in there. But you're gonna have to keep changing it out because it cools off really quickly.
Real quick, what he's saying. Her back hurts, moody.
Yeah.
Less caffeine helps for some women.
Yes.
What he's saying, I get cramps before. I tried the app, but it wasn't very useful. Okay.
Me too. See, the app is like a hit or miss. I know a lot of people that it works for them, and a lot of people that it doesn't. So.
What he's saying, or warm cloth.
Yeah.
Iris is saying, yep, I'm super bloated sometimes. I feel pressure down there, acne. I feel like I put on a lot of pounds.
I get a spot right here, and I'm like, my period's coming all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So a heating pad works. So this is during your period or
this
before?
This is during my period.
Okay, during.
Before I would do the ginger tea.
What he's saying, yes, you get a big pimple. Yeah.
I do the ginger tea. A lot of people say, I don't know how, like 2 days before your period, take ibuprofen pills, 200 milligrams. Grams. Yeah. Milligrams of ibuprofen, like a pill a day, and that should help you with your period. I've heard that. My godmother told me that.
Okay, so what else you do? So these are 2 tips. What's number 3?
Number 3, I'm trying to think of the video. I did 5 tips. So I said, know when your period's coming. That's very essential.
And fellas, if you have a partner who is a woman,
heck yeah,
also know when her period is coming.
Get the app so you can tell her, hey babe, your period is coming.
Hey, that's dope.
Your period's coming.
Would you? All right. So question: would that be weird to you if like your partner, your boyfriend, person?
No.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you know my period's coming. Wow, like, you know, tell me to go. Make me some tea, babe.
Oh wow, that's babe right there.
Yeah.
They do that. That's cool. Okay, cool. Fellas, listen up. Yep. For the natural girls, eat bananas. That's what Woody's saying.
I've heard that too, but I heard exercising while you're on your period helps.
Nah,
but it doesn't help.
This is what I've heard. I've heard having sex on your period because it helps with cramps. That's what I've heard.
You guys discuss it in the comments because I have no comment to that.
Yeah.
I think that sex on your period is not the greatest, but
that's what I've heard. Feel free to comment. Yes. Okay. So ibuprofen, ginger tea, heating pads, organic pads
and tampons. Yeah. Stay hydrated. A lot of times you're weak and exhausted because you're losing blood. So stay hydrated.
Oh my God, I'm done. I'll be saying in all caps, that is a lie made up by men,
right?
Okay, so that's a lie. All right, cool. Hey, I'm just putting it out there. Appreciate the debunking of myths. That's good.
Please, thank you.
I appreciate y'all. This is the reciprocity in education.
Like what he said, less caffeine.
I'm gonna butcher your name. Kierku. Oh God. Kierka.
Switching to menstrual cups and natural pads help me. So that's the Diva cups.
What's a cup? What's a cup?
So I was watching a video. Yeah. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know what it looks like. I'm actually gonna Google what it looks like and show you guys.
I did not know there was.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that it's the Diva cup.
Yeah.
Diva.
Man, ladies are here. And Kierka's saying too messy for sex. Look. It's Iris. Oh.
So what? Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Okay. We're not.
Can you guys see it?
No.
There you go. Boom.
Okay.
So what I'm assuming is you stick it up there and the.
Wait, how does it go? Like.
I've never used this. Okay, here's instructions.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's a whole cup, so you fold the cup, and then it goes in. I'll be honest with you, this looks painful.
I mean.
Diva cups are one type of brand. Herson, please explain what a Diva cup is.
Who is that?
Almy, one of my classmates. Oh. Amazing person. I'm learning what a cup is right now.
So apparently, I've never used this before. You're supposed to wash it before you put it in you. First step is to wash it. Can you guys see this? Okay, first step is to wash it. Can you see it?
It'll come up.
Oh, it's lagging. The second step is to fold it because apparently it looks like, I don't want to say silicone or.
It looks like what's that thing called that you pour it in and like a funnel.
Flask?
It looks like a funnel. That's what it looks like.
A flask.
Yeah. Alcoholics be like, yeah.
No.
And then
you insert it and
I guess you just insert it. I guess it just collects the blood.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm never comfortable about anything going in, as Ira speaking, which is a very real thing too. Never saying too messy for sex. Matt saying my wife has an IUD, which helps the severity of her periods a lot. Now we were talking about IUDs earlier,
it's a birth control method.
It is, and I have heard that it also sometimes stops the period from coming.
Yes.
Is that healthy? Like, I don't know.
So, I don't know too much about IUDs, so I don't want to talk too much about it. I know my line sister, one of my line sisters, she had an IUD, and she was like, I don't have periods anymore. I was like, okay, then go ahead, girl.
Okay.
That's all I know about it. My line sister had.
Okay. So what's some other tips that you kind of gave? We did talk about the organic pads.
We did.
And, so they have organic pads and
tampons.
Okay.
Fragrance free.
I spoke to someone about that actually. And they were saying that their period actually lasted less time.
Yeah, I've heard that too. The timeline was talking on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put this in my video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we spoke about, I only gave 5 tips, you guys. I think the biggest tip you guys should take is the ginger tea. I swear, because there's some months that I skip ginger tea a week before my period starts, and I don't, and I'm comparing them, and I'm like, oh my God. And this is from somebody that throws up the first day of their period. I'm like, oh my God, nothing. I don't get, not a thing.
Question. Some women are also able to know that their periods are coming a week before.
Nipples get very sore.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Nipples
wow.
get very sore. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay.
There's because this happens to me on like, not too much, but even in the shower, the water hitting your nipples, it hurts so
really?
bad. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So what he's saying is you can prepare a week before.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's just so even the body is just kind of telling you, hey, something's coming.
My body tells me. I don't need an app because my body tells me. Okay. You get bloated, back pain, headaches.
So here's a question. I know sometimes a period may be late.
Yes.
Right? This does not mean necessarily that you are pregnant.
No.
So have you ever had an experience where like the period was late?
My periods, I don't track my period because I'm like, okay, it can come anytime. As long as it comes for that month, I'm fine.
Okay. So.
But I know some people's period, they come on the 3rd of every month, and if it's not on the 3rd, it's like something's wrong with me. What? Yeah. So it could be a change in diet, a new sex partner.
Now, sometimes I've heard that when you're about to get your period, you might have sex, and then
it pushes it back.
It pushes it,
or sometimes it can start right there. Yeah.
Starts right there. Yeah. So that is
that is a thing.
That is a thing. Okay. It might be made up by men too. I don't know. Let's see. What do you say that she also loses her appetite? Mm-hmm. So you lose. So there's a lot of stuff that happens.
Yeah, it's either you can lose your appetite, or it's like.
So during these couple of days, then like.
You're fighting a war.
Wow.
There's some people though. There's some people out there, like 50% of the population, they don't experience not a nut in this.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh
it's
my
just smooth.
God, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And okay, I remember one time I said I would rather take back pain than cramps, and I'm thinking it's just like regular back pain. This is like, I was like, oh my God, can I get my cramps back? I'd rather take the cramps than the back pain.
Wow, like that.
Yeah, it's really intense. It's really hard on the body. And a lot of I've had conversations like, oh, you're preparing for pregnancy. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like,
if that's what it's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
A whole 9 months.
I'm just making fun of the wow. I mean, these are reactions. Sometimes I feel like you have it twice a month. Because some people get it from the 1st to the 5th, and it might come back on the 30th. Wow, really?
So like,
wow. I'm just full of wows
right,
tonight. Yeah. I did.
Because sometimes, if your period starts the 1st, let's say like February. February comes, so
it's the shortest month.
Yeah. So if your period comes in the 1st of the month, then it could start on the 29th and then come on the 1st.
Let's see here. I was saying the back pain extends to the hips and the joints. Oh wow. Yeah. I'm gonna stop saying wow. Like every other sentence is wow. Witty is saying, I know this is weird.
I do too, Witty. I do too.
But also sitting on the toilet helps a lot. What do you mean? Like just sitting there?
Okay. This is getting pretty graphic.
Talk us through it. If you feel comfortable. Yeah.
On your period, you experience like diarrhea and just using the restroom, period, just it feels like you're letting go of a lot of pain.
Really? So wait, so the period also brings, I guess it kind of like pushes like diarrhea out?
Yeah. Well, not it pushes out. It's just one of the symptoms.
It's symptoms. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I gotta stop saying wow. I'm so ignorant. I did not know any of this stuff.
It's pretty intense. I mean, okay.
I knew about cramps.
I have a question for you. What did you know about periods? Like, what did you know about the menstrual cycle?
Once a month. Cramps. Once a month.
What did your sister go through?
Cramps.
Hey, Fafu.
Horrible cramps. Horrible. Like she just couldn't walk at times. She would cry. She would legit cry, and I didn't know why she was crying. And she was. I'm 7 years older than her.
Yeah.
So to see my baby sister going through, I just had no idea what was going on.
And you didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do. And like I like it. She used to squeeze my hand. That was the thing. And she would squeeze my brother's hand. But other than that, and this is where I think, this is why I say guys should be more educated on this. That I didn't even bother to ask her questions.
Yeah.
Maybe because she was in pain. Maybe because it wasn't the right time. I think those are excuses. I think I should have asked. I know I should have asked questions. And even like other girls.
My brothers didn't ask me questions
really?
either. No, they used to know I have a bucket underneath the cabinet, and when it's time for my period, and I'm like about to, throw up, they're like, "Okay, get the bucket,"
Oh wow. Yeah. See, I didn't even ask girls that I've dated or exes. I haven't even asked them.
Really?
Yeah, I have gone and bought like pads and tampons. Okay. Yeah.
What's that experience like?
It's whatever. It's like buying milk. Like,
I know there's girls that's like, I don't want to ask him to buy me
really
pads. Yeah, because they're like, can you imagine this is something that you like? This is ever since mankind was put on Earth. A woman has had their period, and you're still like questioning if your significant other should buy you a pad or tampon from the store because you don't want him to be embarrassed or feel like, oh, I'm buying a pad.
So how do you feel about that?
Buying pads?
No, guys. Do you feel weird asking a guy?
No, I'm not weird. I'm actually not weirded out by a lot of things. Like, if you want to be with me, then you're taking it all.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, my opinion is if y'all are cool, even if you're just friends.
Yeah.
Go. And she asks you to do this, you go get it. Like that's. I mean, it's not. I've heard some guys that feel they feel uncomfortable sometimes buying pads or tampons.
But it's not for you. If there's any men in this chat, the pads aren't for you. The cashier knows that it's not for you. It's probably for your sister. It's probably for your mom. It's probably for your girlfriend. It's probably for your wife. But it's not for you. So
we've missed some comments here. But the toilet thing, I think that was important. I didn't know about that. So fellas, let's see. Oh, Faf is on here. Yep, periods make you poop. There's a lot of scrutiny with birth control, but I've been on it for 2 months and my cramps have diminished tremendously.
Really?
Wow.
See, I told you, there's people that say, it's like I don't have a period anymore. Like, okay, I have a coworker, she got pregnant, but she didn't know she was pregnant until like, she was 3 months because she's been on birth control and she hasn't had a period.
Whoa. She got pregnant while she was on birth control?
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah.
So she got pregnant while she was on birth control and she's like, I didn't know because I've been on birth control and I don't get periods. So yeah. So I heard people like their period is like little to none. They don't get any cramps. But I've also heard, I had a best friend that told me that, girl, I was on birth control and I had my period for like a month and a half straight.
Wow.
And this is supposed to help me get my period to be 0 to 3. Yeah.
Wow. So the fact that some people are kind of surprised by these things, women like in the group chat, and you. I wonder, like, are there, like, how often does it happen that there are kind of, like, these support circles with women talking about this?
Support circles?
Or just like, hey, yo, like, this is what I experienced. Have you tried this? Have you tried that?
I mean, I feel like that comes with, your circle of people. We have homegirls. We have home. Oh, do you know that when you're around, like, a group of women, like, if you're around them all the time, like, your periods, like, they start to synchronize? Like, let's say Woody has her period, I'll have my period right after she finishes.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't
it happens, right?
Did not know that. Mm-hmm. He said once or twice a month. I've had to call out work because of cramps.
Me
Talked
too.
about that.
I had exams in school and missed my exam because I couldn't go to class.
Woody's just dropping all types of knowledge here. Sitting on the toilet is like being in a fetal position. Even laying in a fetal position helps. Wow. Okay. Oh my God, sometimes your period is so heavy when you're sleeping next to your significant other. It's so awkward. Why?
I've never experienced that, honestly. And actually, let me see. Have you guys bled while in the bed with your significant other? I feel like
they could be insignificant. All right, I mean that's okay. We don't gotta put a qualifier to it.
Yeah, but I feel like I have, but I've been so comfortable with that person. It's just like.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. But I understand.
No, I can imagine. Let's see. Fox said I used to bleed for 8 days. For 8 days, and now she only bleeds 2 to 3 now.
That's beautiful.
Some people spot for a month.
On birth control, Woody?
Oh, Fox is saying yes. Her and her roommate have the same cycle. So somebody are synchronizing.
Synchronized, yeah.
And then she said, "That's how I know JoJo is cheating on me." I heard that and I tried to take note of the sink. I work with 4 women. My period is so heavy. So much blood was on the sheets. Oh, wow. So sometimes the blood seeps through.
No, the pad, yeah.
The pad.
Because, okay. Depending on the pad, that's why the commercials are showing you like how much
with the blue water.
Yes, how much the pad or tampon.
Now I'm mad at the blue water. Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and the blue is
That's
not.
a great
It's not
point,
realistic.
I mean,
yeah. Our period. I mean, it's thick. It's not water. It's not just water. It's tissues. So what am I talking about?
About how hard the flow is.
Yeah. So. You're supposed to be changing your pad 3 to 4 hours at a time, but if your period is heavy, it's like 2 hours, maybe 1 hour, depending on the quality of the pad. Now, this is another. Okay, let me one by one, and especially when you're sleeping, you can wake up and you're with your significant. You can wake up and completely forget you're on your period and wake up and blood on the bed, and you're just like, oh my god.
I actually posted about that a couple of weeks ago about this guy who actually got up and that thing made his girlfriend some tea and stuff. So this is fellas, this is or even if you're not dating a man, whatever it is, this empathy,
right?
This education is really important.
Married one day and you love this woman, that comes with the territory.
I love seeing this though too. Wendy's saying, "Hey, I thought it was just me."
No.
So I love seeing that people are this kind of knowing other people's experiences. What he's saying, but when you're sleeping for 8 hours,
it just flows. Exactly.
So here, let me ask you a question too. Is this stuff expensive? Pads and the Midols, the tampons, all this stuff.
You don't think about expense when it's a necessity.
For sure, but is it expensive?
What's expensive though?
Like how much is like a box or what is it? A package?
Recently, I've been getting my pads for free, but
really,
yeah.
Is it like a plug somewhere?
No, my aunt works at a hospital, so she gets a bunch of the pads from the hospital.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I can Google how much.
This is definitely something though that this stuff should be free.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's no reason for people to have to pay.
While I was driving here, I actually was
products.
sending Witty a voice memo. I was telling you about it, about a community service thing. Please. Just thought about in my head.
The pink tax, they are taxed. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I'm so ignorant. Yeah. Please.
So, a community service project that we're gonna put together. We're gonna get a bunch of donations of pads, and we're just gonna make feminine hygiene. Like
little care packages
to give to the homeless, because can you imagine we're going through this and we have homes and we have money, we have jobs to take care of our necessities, like our month to month flow, and there's women out here, they're on the streets, they don't have pads. I don't know what they're using as pads. They're not sanitized properly, so just pads, baby wipes, just to feel clean, just
maybe some ibuprofen too, right? So you're gonna be starting this community service project soon.
Yes, actually.
So we're asking for donations, please. Whatever donations you have, please. What's your Instagram?
It's Simply.
I also tagged Jodine in the promo video for tonight's show.
Jojo.
BBY.
Yes.
Please feel free to follow her. She also has a YouTube page where she posts different episodes of different topics.
It's about everything.
You talked about thrifting.
How I gained 30 pounds in a month.
Yeah.
About these 5 tips on how to prevent menstrual cramps.
Yup. You talked about the head wraps.
Head wraps as bathing suits. I mean, it's anything that I think that would be fun to watch and it's creative and that somebody else would find helpful, honestly.
Real quick, I was saying yes, it's expensive, especially when you have heavy flow with all the pain and other discomforts. It comes at a cost and with the tax. If I was saying painkillers, tampons, and pads will run about $20 to $30 a month. Damn. They are expensive. That's why you get your boyfriend to buy you some plus food for the cravings. Oh, that's not including the food, right? Yeah. All that stuff that comes with it. Yes, because women can get BV if they can't clean properly. What's BV?
Bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, wow. Okay. During their period. So, yes.
I didn't even know that people can get PV during their period if they don't clean properly.
I didn't know that either.
Wow.
But you're going to start this community service project, so please support.
Please.
It's all going to go to women who are homeless.
Right. And we can all go together. Just hit me up. I'm going to create a
like a little flyer?
A plan, and I'm
plan. Okay.
Me and Woody are gonna link and
dope.
Get it together.
And please, we'll definitely promote it on Woke Wednesdays,
That's lit.
That we can get donations. And fellas, go out there too.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there too.
We need fellas out there.
So yeah, man, this has been a great episode.
It hasn't been an hour already?
I don't know. I feel like it's not to mention the risk of toxic. Oh, I was saying not to mention the risk of toxic shock with the use of tampons. What's that?
Wow. Listen, I don't use tampons. Like, I only use tampons when need be. Like, I don't want to, show my panty line and things like that when I'm wearing something, Mm-hmm. But I can Google it.
Yeah. I'm just learning tonight. But yes, thank you so much for being on the show. You've been absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for having me.
I'll be saying toxic shock syndrome.
A rare life-threatening complication of certain bacterial infections.
Oh, wow.
Also called TSS.
I had no idea.
How long does it... Yeah.
Wow. So this should be changed every 8 to 12 hours. Yeah. I was saying nice one, guys. Of course. We do this every single Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a different topic every week. Next week, we're talking about Islamophobia, white nationalism, in relation to the massacre that happened in New Zealand and other stuff that has happened around the country and the world. Jodine, you have been amazing. Y'all congratulate her. She's applying to dental school.
I am.
She's about to do her thing. Free cleanups. Thank you so much for being on the show. Any parting words for the people?
Love you guys. This was cool. I love what you're doing. Your platform is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely. Love what you're doing. Y'all follow her on Instagram. Yes, check out her YouTube page. Almost at 1,000 subscribers already.
Yeah.
Doing your thing. Absolutely. Growing, learning, all that stuff. Thank y'all so much. Tune in next week. And thank you so much.
Bye, guys.